Huge sporting weekend ahead of us with national significance, and for more I'm joined by Simon Burke.
Yes.
Simon, with national significance.
It is.
Let's just put it out there. I didn't script that, you did.
I did, no, but we have to repeat that.
Okay.
Yes. We got it in rugby, in cricket, and also in football.
Well, the one of big significance is tomorrow's rugby, because we kind of need to all brace ourselves for tomorrow and the week after. When
we need to prove to everybody that what happened in New Zealand 2 weeks ago was just a blip. It might have been a huge blip that could have registered on the Richter scale, but it was a blip nonetheless, because before that match there was a steady progress, and anyone who says there wasn't watching the Springboks. They were showing signs of improvement. Luckily we have the Australians who they might be in a similar position as us, but they're blooding 3 new test caps. So we have a good opportunity in Bloemfontein at altitude to run the ball and, really give the Australians a go. We drew with them earlier on in Perth. That's Bloemfontein by the sea. Now we go to Bloemfontein, where we should put them away. And we need to really, because the Springboks are at a crossroads. Do we let that defeat to New Zealand define us, or do we go and keep improving?
Did he make any changes to the side ahead of tomorrow? Yeah,
there were a couple of injury-enforced ones, and then Dylan Lades has come in at wing. That's a little bit of an iffy decision, but that probably is to do with the fact that he's not sure who his wings are at the moment. But Raymond Rule just got turfed out. Dylan Lades put in, and he's only had minimal game time against the French. And then we've got an experienced campaigner back, Francois Lowe. How dynamic he is remains to be seen, but he's had a year apart from the team. So maybe that distance has given him a fresh perspective and an eagerness to get back and get stuck in. And then obviously Ross Grenier comes back, and we need him, because him linking up with Elton Jantjies will be key to the playmaking of the Springbok side and, hopefully running the Australians off the park.
Let's hope so. All right.
We can only hope. National significance.
Yes, national significance. Proteas versus Bangladesh.
Yes.
That seems to be running.
It looks like a formality,
smoothly.
but I mean they had some objectives that they need to set for themselves, and it looks like they're getting there. Definitely in terms of the batting. Although against this Bangladeshi attack, I don't know what we can read from it, and also a pretty tame pitch, but the batsmen still have to put in the work. But they're doing very well, and then the other thing is to unearth an all-rounder. So if they can meet those 2 objectives by the end of this test series, it'll be all right for them going on further to bigger and more intense matchups. But right now, in Potchefstroom, it's looking rather placid by test standards, but maybe just a nice way to ease yourself into the test season.
Okay, continental football also on the cards.
Yes, this is big.
Okay, SuperSport United.
So
start with them.
Just so that everybody knows now, this match has suddenly, by an edict sent down from CAF, been changed from Saturday to Sunday. What that's done for the organisers, for SuperSport United in Attridgeville at the Lucas Moripe Stadium, is probably a logistical nightmare, but this is what is happening when you have to operate under CAF guidelines. They just suddenly changed the fixture day. SuperSport United, a massive match for them. It's probably the biggest in the club's history. They're playing a Tunisian side, Club Africain, who are incredibly good and seasoned campaigners, especially in the continental competitions. This is the Confederation Cup's first leg semi-final. So a lot going on, and fans are encouraged to come down. Anyone wearing blue, the first 1,000 get through free, and there's going to be a lot on, and they're trying to make a vibe. But of course they planned for Saturday, now they have to change it to Sunday. Hopefully that doesn't affect and get into their psyche, because they need to set a solid platform for when they go to Tunisia in a week's time, and then it really is going to be an emotional affair, because it's not easy playing far north.
Well, that should be a good match to watch, actually. So that's Sunday, not Saturday.
Yes, that's Sunday, and that's an afternoon kickoff.
Okay. Golf, we've got the President's Cup in New Jersey, and we've got some South Africans who seem to be doing quite well.
Brandon Grace and Louis Oosthuizen, and they were the only foursome that got anything out of yesterday's play. So, don't tamper with a winning combination. They're doing quite well. And then Charles Schwartzel, but he didn't have a great go at it. However, there's still more golf to be played in New Jersey, so let's see how it goes. But it's nice to see South Africans representing, because this is really an opportunity outside of the Ryder Cup, to set up some sort of vibe in golf. And that we've got 3 is a big pat on the back for the country.
Absolutely. In the Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton, can he put some daylight between himself and Vettel?
Sebastian Vettel. Yes, it looks like Vettel. I mean, he had a disastrous Grand Prix in Singapore on a track that was suited to him and to the Ferraris, but Hamilton has capitalized, and Hamilton just seems to have the momentum going forward. So the Malaysian Grand Prix coming up, 28 points in the lead. Vettel under all sorts of pressure, although him and Raikkonen are doing quite well in setting laps now in the practices going into Malaysia, but he's also only 23 points ahead of Valtteri Bottas, who's the other Mercedes driver. So it's going to be another duel, and then you can add the Red Bulls in there just for good measure. So another exciting Grand Prix, but
Absolutely.
We need that for the sport, because sometimes it can be rather dull.
Cars driving around in a circle.
Exactly. Basically.
Simon, thanks so much for that. Our Simon Burke with us, looking ahead at this very significant sporting weekend that awaits us.